Hi there, I'm Becky Amble, and I want to share with you a couple of ideas on how you can use artificial intelligence. And this is going to be a chat GPT idea, and it's going to be how to do searches and how to get a new organization system going that you might not have. So let's take a look here and get our screen going. All right. We all know over on the left are a lot of functions: new chat, search, library, codex. So let's go to search chats. Well, here's one that I put in, and I'll just retype it: book stuff. So you just pull open that search thing, you type up at the top, and you don't hit return or anything. It just comes up with a bunch of things that sound like, in this case, book stuff. And it will pull those up for you and you can go look at them and all of that. So that's the basic thing for search. Most of us probably have done that. Now, the next thing down here is GPTs, that you can go explore GPTs, or if you've made some GPTs, you can see I have a whole bunch of them in here. We'll go past that. The next thing is what is called projects. And this is a way that you can organize your chats on ChatGPT. Now, keep in mind that the other LLMs call things different names. And to the best of what I could find doing my research is ChatGPT is the only one that has projects where you can organize things. And basically, when you do a project on ChatGPT, it's like getting a file folder within ChatGPT where you can put things of similar topics. So it can be a really helpful organizer. Now, if you do projects on Claude, Claude uses the term project to mean what ChatGPT calls a custom GPT. And you're just gonna, if you're doing things, you have to really assume that each GPT, or I'm sorry, each LLM is going to call something it wants, and they aren't necessarily consistent. All right, let's go over here and say we're going to create a new project, and let's just call it travel. Nothing probably in my world that I have searched too much on, but we'll just use that one. And you don't need to do anything in these other prompts, these other little buttons. Just put your project name, type it, hit create project, and there you go. You now have a new project. It pops right up on your screen. If you go over to here to the left, you're going to see it shows up underneath the little grayed out heading called projects, and there it is, travel. Now, if you think, what do I have that I want to, let's just say that I had, uh, okay, let's just pull up this document. It doesn't really fit into this, but we're going to put it there just for a demonstration. And here we go. This was some stuff I was doing for an article on productivity and procrastination. So I had all kinds of information here and tables, you name it. Anyway, you go up to the three dots on the top right, and you would say add to project. And this doesn't have particular relevance, but we're just going to add it to the travel folder. And again, remember, this thing called project is like a file folder within ChatGPT. And here you can see we click travel, there's that document, shows up right there. And that, again, is if you're working in a document and you want to save it, you go over and you would pick, well, we're not in that right now, but you would go over to the three dots and then you would click project, and then you would put it in whichever file folder or project you have named that's appropriate. So that's one way to do it if you are currently working in a document. The other way to do it is to go back to your search. So let's do a search, and let's say, I don't know if I have anything in here. We'll see what I have under travel. So now it's going to search for particular chats that I have that have the word travel in it. And okay, top things to do in Las Vegas when I was there for a conference. Not like I had any free time. But anyway, so here's a document, and I'm like trying to organize stuff. I've pulled up some things that are travel related. Now I go back here and I add project, put it in travel, and it is added to that file folder. Now, the other thing that's really kind of neat is, see this button over here towards the right? It says add files. If you go to that, you can add files from your computer, which you might have just in a Word doc, or you might have organize some things in another file folder, you can add them here. And now they will all be in one place, as well as your recent chats that you've had with ChatGPT that you saved in that folder. So you would add those. We're not going to do that per se. We're going to do that. Otherwise, you can go over here as well. A couple other things is go over to the left where now you have all your projects listed, and you can go over here and you can rename it. So you just click that. And maybe we could just say travel January or something. All right, hit that. That is done. And then you can also go back to those three dots and say, I don't need this anymore. I'm going to get rid of it. Go hit delete. It will ask you if you really want to delete things. Sure thing. Let's get rid of it. And now it is gone. To recap what we just went through, I want to show you again. If you're looking for documents, you just hit that little search chat thing. Screen will pop up. You type in what you're looking for. If you are thinking about getting organized, you go further down to where it says projects. If you're just starting a new folder, you click new project, you name it, you create it, and then you start adding things to it. Hopefully that will give you some ideas on how you can search if you haven't been doing a lot of that, and also then how you can get more organized by using the project feature. And remember, Claude, Chat, Gemini, and all those call things different names. And I might have said this, that as far as I know, ChatGPT is the only one that has this tool that they call project for helping you organize and store chats in a particular file folder like thing and name it, and that you can even add documents from your own computer. Let me know if that is a tool that you find useful and how you work with it. Also, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks a lot, and we will see you next time.